Welcome back inside the Danbury Ice Arena for BBD Ice Cat Hockey. There was confusion at the end of the first period about whether the second power play goal by Kyle Bowler had counted, the answer being no. The score is JBWA 3 and BBD 2. The reason being that the one official called the net being off its moorings. If you go back and look at the play, which we did during the intermission, the lead official up front calls the play a goal, but apparently the trailing official called the play off the moorings. We actually interjected here and showed the video to the officials during the intermission, and they refused to budge. So it remains a 3-2 lead for JBWA. 1 goal tonight for Kyle Bowler. He now has 6. Anthony Britton with the other. The teams will switch ends as Matt Riddle's shot is blocked by Dante Esposito. Riddle kept it alive to Tyler Caldara. And then it's cleared. Here comes Dante Esposito, who has a goal already in this game. Skips it through for McKiernan. That was knocked away by Garvey. Held in by Dubé. Luke Dubé is... Kenny Graniker can't clear it out. Dubé keeps it alive. Long change here in the second period as the Ice Cats try to play it away, but Dubé holds it in. Esposito had it bounce off his stick on the backhand. Here's Ryan Lauder. McKiernan dangerously in front. Alfidi stands his ground and stops that. McKiernan again. He has 2 goals already. Looking for the hat trick. Goes to the backhand. That was blocked. Caldara tried to pick his pocket from behind. Justin Sarazin is there, and Sarazin sends Caldara on his way 2-on-1 down the left side with Rooney back. Caldara to the right, tried to send it off to the center point to Sarazin, and that was broken up, but Sarazin has it again. Behind the net, Sarazin wrestled down there by Luke Dubé, and then Dubé got taken down, and then Caldara got taken down, and then Sarazin got taken down, and I think that one's going to draw a penalty. So demolition here, but I believe it's going to be Dubé. It was Dubé and Rooney, and Dubé will get called. Any one of those could have been, but the Ice Cats will go on the power play, trailing by a goal. 2 goals for Daniel McKiernan, 1 for run for Luke Dubé, who's now in the box, and a goal for Anthony Britton and Kyle Bowler, who were both on the ice, along with Christian Gardecki up front. Here's Bowler. Gardecki was out of position. So it's played down by the Ice Cats. Anthony Britton wrestling there with Ronan Duffy. Here's Bowler. Waits for the commit and then hands it to Wallace. Quarterback in the power play. Wrists one in just wide of the net. Wallace will chase down after it. Gets there ahead of Ronan Duffy. Duncan Crane is able to clear it out of the zone. 30 seconds gone in the penalty, and look out as Dylan Leone was hustling down there and forced Graniker to quicken the cadence. And he comes down the right side into the offensive end, one-handing it with the official setting a screen. Now it's Wallace. Graniker. Wallace center point, wrists one in. Connor Sweeney is there to stop it, but he can't cover it, so Britton has it. Centered it all the way through to Bowler, and that was intercepted and cleared by Leone. Halfway through the penalty to Luke Dubé early here in period 2, JBWA 3 and BBD 2, and Teddy Blanchard will pick up that gift and send it back down the ice. Alfidi fumbled it a little bit, but did keep it out of the net. Now Graniker with a couple of white jerseys collapsing on him, so Bryce Wallace will have to chase with 36 seconds left. This JBWA team is incredibly fast. And again, they're able to clear it down. Before last season, the most notable... Oh, look out. Here's a steal, and McKinnon is stopped by Alfidi on a giveaway in front of his own zone. I think the net had come off. I'm not sure the goal would have counted in much the way that Kyle Bowler's would-be second goal didn't count either. But before last season, the most notable achievement, if you will, by JBWA was that they were the team that broke the 59-game losing streak by Chapag at the end of the 17-18 season. Chapag had lost 59 games in a row until they beat Joel Barlow on the season's final day in overtime. And again, Barlow is able to clear. And that'll be on net, so there'll be no icing, but the penalty expires to Luke Dubé, and so the face-off will be in the JBWA end. Well, after the 17-18 season, Barlow, which had been a struggling team for so long, decided to co-op with Wilton and Abitek. Abitek is here in Danbury. And once that happened, that brought Daniel McKiernan into the fold. It brought then Travis Nussbaum into the fold. And this team went from pretender to contender, hosted a first-round playoff game last year as the number 5 seed in Division III and lost to eventual champion Lyman Hall. Now here is said Daniel McKiernan. Aiden Garvey with an intercept in front to Spencer Abrams, and he scores! A steal by Garvey, and Spencer Abrams with his second goal of the year has tied the game for real. It's 3-3. Second assist of the year for Garvey, second goal of the year for Spencer Abrams, and the Ice Cats have evened the game at 3-3. Cavalier play in their own zone. We said this was not a good defensive team. They're a good offensive team. And again, if this game turns into a shootout, the Ice Cats just do not have the firepower to keep up, and they are guilty of icing the puck, are the Ice Cats, and so the play will come down into the Ice Cat zone, and there is Daniel McKiernan looming to take the draw. 2 goals and an assist already. He has cast the 100 career mark astern with his first goal of the game. And Teddy Blanchard has it off the draw, rifles one in on Alfidi, who brings it in with the stick and stops play. So Spencer Abrams with his second goal of the season, and it is a 3-3 game. Bowler, Britton, and Abrams for the Ice Cats, 2 for Daniel McKiernan, and 1 for Luke Dubé, a power play goal for Dubé for JBWA. JBWA just 2 points ahead of BBD in the standings. They have 7, the Ice Cats have 5. Here's a centering pass, McKiernan, and he got ridden like a surfboard by Wallace. Tried to send it out in front, and again the net comes off, and play will stop. Bryce Wallace doing a terrific job bodying up Daniel McKiernan and not letting him stick handle in the phone booth. And so we'll get a whistle here. We've been trying to come up with as many ways as possible to break down numerically just how incredible a season this has been, or last year and a half really, for JBWA. I mean, when you think about it, Kyle Roberts, who's been one of the best players in Connecticut high school hockey the last couple of years, 4 years at Lyman Hall, 200 points. Daniel McKiernan might do that in 3 years. He's already at 100. Here's Wallace with a shot that's kicked out by Connor Sweeney. Alex Smith has it for BBD. Rips one in. It's knocked down by Wallace. Backhander is blocked by his opposite number, Dan Rooney. Now Tyler Caldara. Alex Smith went through Caldara. Ends up on Bowler's stick. Bowler and Luke Dubé battling down low. Dubé cleared it out, and McKiernan waits for it, but Smith, with some patience, poked it away. Now it's Dante Esposito. Cross ice to McKiernan. Brian Merrill trying to stick with him. Alfidi has it in between the pads, and play will stop. It is just impossible to stop Daniel McKiernan in space. Alfidi was the last and best line of defense there, and it remains a 3-3 game with 5 minutes gone by here in period number 2. Ice Cats wearing their alternate third jerseys here tonight. Evan Barron, top of the left circle, sticked aside by Alfidi. Duncan Crane trying to one-hand it. Kenny Graniker trying to get it past him. Crane in front to Ryan Lauder, but it hopped off the heel of his stick. Now again, Crane wrists it in. Alfidi will bring it in and stop play with 9:45 to go in period 2. 3-3 your score. McKiernan has had a 5-goal game in his career against Newington, 2 4-goal games. Just astounding. Anthony Britton with the intercept and snuck it past Duncan Crane, and it's 2-on-1 with Saracen. Here comes Britton, left side, in front, and he shoots it into Connor Sweeney's left leg pad, and play stops with 9:32 to go here in the second period. McKiernan has had this year he had 3 goals and an assist twice against Newtown and against Trinity Catholic. He had 2 goals and 4 assists against Massac the first time they met, as Garvey gets knocked down off the draw. Sarrazin couldn't pick it up. Garvey keeps it alive and gets it back. Plays it back to the point to Riddle. And we have a play stoppage here. There may be a penalty coming behind the play. Can't tell. I don't think the puck went over and back. But play stops with 9:20 left to go. I think the puck may have been knocked out of the air with a high stick. Here's Riddle, but he couldn't hold it in, and Evan Barron chases after it. Here comes Barron with some room down the left side. Britton on his way back. Alfidi looks behind him, but he has it to stop play with 9:08 to go. Evan Barron with a breakout off a Cavalier pass. And Evan Barron, one of the seniors on this JBWA team. They don't have a lot of seniors. Of course, there'll be a penalty coming here to Barron. They're calling a penalty on Barron. That can't be for something that happened between the whistles. That could be an unsportsmanlike or something like that. But it's going to be a power play here for BBD. And the face-off in the JBWA zone. On the out-of-town scoreboard, the Enfield Eagles, the team that beat BBD on Monday, lost today to E.O. Smith Tolland, which is Division II, by a 6-4 score. So BBD could only muster 1. Enfield letting up just 1.6 a game coming in. They gave up 6 to E.O. Smith Tolland. Spencer Abrams battles with Luke Dubé. It's held in by the Ice Cats. Spencer Abrams gets blown up by Dubé as Jack Kratacci comes in for it. Hands it back to Abrams. Has room to skate. Bryce Wallace. And it's intercepted by Esposito, but Graniker holds it in. Kratacci. Wallace. Spencer Abrams had hopped off his stick. The pass was a little too far. And clear. And look out, McKinnon has a breakout up the middle. Looking for the hat trick. Gets around Alfidi, and there it is. A shorthanded goal. The 4th one the Ice Cats have let up this year. And with 8:35 left to go here in the second period, McKiernan has a hat trick, his 10th of his career, his 3rd goal of the game, and JBWA has a 4-3 lead. We're starting to run out of numerical superlatives, but I think you see where we're going. An incredible career authored by McKiernan, a 4-point night tonight. He had 6 points when these two teams played last year in a Barlow 11-2 victory. Still a minute 22 of power play time for the Ice Cats to get something going. They're still very much in this game. Daniel McKiernan has played a role in all 4 Barlow goals. And he has a steal there. Poking it away from Smith. Here comes McKiernan, but it hopped off his stick. Garvey, and the net came off again, I believe. Oh, they're going to call a slash, and I think it's going to be against BBD. So it goes from bad to worse for the Ice Cats as they had let up a shorthanded goal, and now Brian Merrill will sit, and they'll skate 4 aside. And one of McKiernan's goals came 4-on-4. So a tripping call against Merrill, so they'll skate 4-on-4 for 59 seconds, after which the Knights will go on the power play. We have 8:07 showing on the clock here in period 2, with Barlow leading it 4-3. And they will skate 4 against 4. Ice Cats get it out. Teddy Blanchard settles it down, and now it's intercepted by Britton. Here comes Anthony Britton, who has a goal in this game. Works around Blanchard to the backhand. Connor Sweeney closes the pads and brings it in. Good job by Britton, tilting the ice. And goaltending is not a strong suit for this team. Connor Sweeney. Again, BBD has not, Barlow has let up more goals this year than BBD. Barlow has now let up 47. The Ice Cats have let up 40. including tonight. Here's Dan Rooney with room to skate, 4 against 4, but his pocket is picked by Britton. Rooney held the zone. Left side, plays it down the dasher for Esposito. Matt Riddle there to meet him. Esposito tried to one-hand it, and that was cleared by the Ice Cats, but that'll be an icing call because they're still 4-on-4 for 20 seconds. Elsewhere on the out-of-town scoreboard here today, Lyman Hall beating Milford 2-1. So Milford has 3 wins and 9 points. Ice Cats will see them later in the year. Lyman Hall now playing at Division II. They won the D3 state title last year. McKiernan takes the draw in BBD territory with Jack Crotacci back. Crotacci couldn't clear it out. It's in front. McKiernan blocked by Garvey, I believe, held in by Rooney. McKiernan has it left side, knocked down by Alfidi. And the Ice Cats come out with the penalty to Evan Barron expiring. Connor Sweeney stops the shot there from Bowler. Ice Cats now shorthanded for 53 seconds. Held in by Crotacci with a shot that's knocked down by Connor Sweeney. Kenny Graniker kept it alive. Bryce Wallace. Coming over for it is Crotacci. Again, the Ice Cats shorthanded in front, and Wallace couldn't tip it home. Graniker there to hold it in. 36 seconds left in the penalty. It skipped over Bowler's stick, and now a breakout for Daniel McKiernan, who already has a hat trick. Down the left side comes McKiernan with tons of room to skate. I think that may have gone. Did that go in? No, Alfidi stopped it. Alfidi stopped it. Terrific save there. Anytime McKiernan shoots, you have to think there's a good chance it's going in, but Alfidi stands his ground, and the Ice Cats remain down by a goal with 25 seconds left in the Brian Merrill penalty. Ice Cats did a terrific job killing the first 35 seconds of that power play. It's a 59-second power play following the 4-on-4, but now the face-off is in BBD territory with Evan Barron having it on the left side, having just come out of the penalty box. Works his way around, tons of room, it's loose in front. Alfidi stopped it. Here's Teddy Blanchard wristing one that was deflected to the corner. Alex Smith held in by Duncan Crane, and Alfidi will stop that shot from Crane. And again, the Ice Cats get a chance to catch their breath, but they are giving JBWA way too much room in the slot. Way too much room in front of the net. Alfidi has been the Ice Cats' best penalty killer, as he should be. Face off to Alfidi's left. Ronan Duffy and Bryce Wallace. Here's a shot that was knocked down and just wide, not by much. Evan Barron is there for JBWA. Teddy Blanchard sends it all the way through to Duncan Crane. Alfidi comes over and stops it. And the penalty expires. The Ice Cats get through the kill. Ryan Merrill just out of the box, played it into the neutral zone. And it bounces to Alex Smith, who will wrist one in with 5:50 left to go in the period. And with Dustin Sarrazin on the doorstep, Connor Sweeney will cover it and stop play. 5:48 showing on the second period clock. Later tonight, Housatonic will play at New Milford. Hussey lost 3-1 to Woodstock Academy on Monday. New Milford lost a toughie to Sheehan on Monday, 3-2, a game New Milford led 2-0. Lee Conlew of New Milford with 48 saves in that one. Here's a shot that was stopped by Connor Sweeney off the stick of Britton. Britton has it again behind the net, looks for a way through, and Rooney did a good job to deflect it. Here's Kenny Graniker. It popped off the backhand stick of Bowler. Evan Barron on his horse down the center ice zone and loses it as JBWA goes for a change. Meanwhile, Alfidi played that off the side of the net on the centering pass. And with the change, there was no one there for JBWA. McKiernan back on the ice. Rooney keeps it alive past Bowler, but it's taken by BBD. Kenny Graniker plays it out of the zone. The Knights will have to retreat. 4-3, JBWA leads it. A hat trick and an assist for Daniel McKiernan. And look out, Graniker has to stop McKiernan from getting that puck again. McKiernan has it behind the net. It's loose in the slot. McKiernan has it on his stick. A good job by Riddle to force him the other way. And the shot by Ronan Duffy by Ryan Lauder to a yawning net, extends the JBWA lead to 2. McKiernan won't get credit for the goal. He probably will get an assist, but it's his play going back and forth that changed the angle on Alfidi, and the net was yawning there for Lauder, and Ryan Lauder pockets his fourth goal of the year for Ryan Lauder, and so the Knights extend their lead to 2, 5-3, with 4:43 left to go here in period 2. And I'm not sure what the officials are telling the BBD bench, but it is a 5-3 game. And I hate to bring this up again, but that missed call, as far as I'm concerned, in the first period on the would-be goal by Kyle Bowler. Here comes McKiernan again, and McKiernan scores again. His 4th goal of the game. With 4:30 to go, 2 goals in 13 seconds, a 4th goal already for McKiernan. That is his 3rd 4-goal game. That is his 4th 4-goal game of his career. So McKiernan has 4 goals and an assist here tonight, and he has the puck again. Here's Lauder towards the net. Alfidi dives out, but he can't cover it. Bryce Wallace went to swat it away, but it's held in by the Knights. Down to 4:14 to go. Now it is a 6-3 lead. There's a penalty coming here, and I think it's going to be against BBD. No, it has just fallen apart here in the last 3 minutes or so. Last minute, really. And the Ice Cats trail at 6-3. And again, they will go to the penalty kill as Brian Merrill sits again for a second time. Or is it a third time? So 6-3 JBWA, and we said if this game becomes a shootout, the Ice Cats just do not have the firepower to keep up with that. They're not keeping shots on goal here. It'd be interesting to see how many Barlow has in this game. And they have it again in front. It bounced off a couple of players to the wall and cleared out of the zone by BBD. And look out, here comes Anthony Britton, tried to get through a couple of players. Bowler will play it down. 3:48 to go here in period 2. 4 goals and an assist already for Daniel McKiernan. And we haven't even played 2 periods. Kyle Bowler trips Dan Rooney. That'll be a penalty. And now the Knights will be up 2 men for 1:29. Oh, boy. It is just all getting away from BBD here, as it did in the second period of the game against Enfield. It was scoreless after 1, largely due to Louis Alfidi, but 3 goals in the second pretty much salted the game away. You pretty much had the feeling the Ice Cats weren't coming back there. Now, this JBWA team, not great defensively, so I can't say the Ice Cats are out of this, but they give up a goal here and are down by 4. That's going to be tough to overcome. And they will have to kill 1:29 of 5-on-3. And they're calling a penalty as well on Ronan Duffy. There's a penalty here on Ronan Duffy, number 19, for Barlow. So I think this, but they're not taking him off the ice. There are 5 Knights on the ice, as you can see. Are they going to remove one? And I don't think the officials are clear here what they're doing, which we could tell from the first period. There are 4 Ice Cats on the ice, which there shouldn't be, because Brian Merrill and Kyle Bowler have been assessed penalties. There shouldn't, unless they called those coincidental roughing minors or something, but I can't tell. There are 5 Knights and 4 Ice Cats on the ice as we speak. So in the meantime, we'll continue with the out-of-town scoreboard. Guilford and Amity playing this afternoon. It is 1-0 Guilford, and we mentioned that because Amity will be the next opponent for BBD. So we're going to skate 5 against 4. They did not call penalties on either Bowler or Ronan Duffy, at least not that which results in a loss of manpower, and so it is still a 5-on-4 power play for JBWA for another...
Kyle Bowler, 2 minutes for tripping. Knights penalty, number 19, Ronan Duffy, 2 minutes roughing.
Well, if that's the case, it really should be 4-on-3. But instead, we're skating 5 against 4, and I don't really understand why. Here's Luke Dubé he was going to take the shot, and a block there by Wallace. Now Dubé trying to stick handle his way to the right side, plays it off the pipe. Held in by Barlow. Still have 1:08 of power play time. Dubé, Duncan Crane, left side, and a block by Wallace. But it's held in by the Knights. Here's Luke Dubé, Duncan Crane. Dubé walks it in, shoots one, and he scores. Second power play goal for Luke Dubé. With 2:59 to go here in period 2, it's now a 7-3 lead for Barlow. 3 in the first and 4 here in the second, and a rare goal in which Daniel McKiernan was not involved. That is the 10th goal of the year for Luke Dubé. And this offensive juggernaut continues. Seven to 3, Barlow with the lead. They scored 8 the first time they played Massac. They scored 7 in the loss to Sheehan, 7 in a win against Trinity Catholic, 4 in a loss to Wilton. Here's Caldara with a shot that skips into Connor Sweeney, who covers it, and play stops. Staples of Westport held this team to 3 goals in a victory over Barlow. And of course, SGWL, Suffield, Granby, Windsor Locks, shut them out 10-0. It's hard to imagine any team shutting this Barlow club out. And here's an intercept by Esposito, who lofts it past Jack Rotacci and will chase it to the corner with 2:34 left to go here in the second period. Here's Duncan Crane, whips one in. He had an assist on the last goal. Esposito and tries to jam away at it, but Alfidi has it covered, and play stops with 2:25 to go in the period. JBWA beat this BBD team last year, as we mentioned, 8-2. That stopped a run of 12 straight wins by BBD over JBWA. But of course, as we mentioned, start of last year with the co-op with Abbott Tech and Weston, this is a completely different JBWA team. Spencer Abrams holds it in. And here comes Daniel McKiernan express train again. Got around Abrams, played it in front. Alfidi blockered it away as Spencer Abrams is slow to get up, and he skates over to the bench. Dan Rooney plays it up with 1:48 to go in the period. And it's cleared out. Here comes McKiernan with a ton of room up the right side on Alfidi, and Alfidi dives to keep it out. A hell of a play. There's a shot by Esposito, and Alfidi has that too. And play stops with 1:29 to go here in the period. Seven to 3, Barlow with the lead. Face-off will be in the BBD zone. And a diving clear by Justin Sarazin, and he couldn't connect with Bowler. A centering pass loose in the slot and cleared by JBWA with 1:15 to go. Here comes Luke Dubé. Up the left side, 2 goals already for Dubé, and it's intercepted by BBD, and back they come. Kenny Graniker goes back with 1 minute to go here in the period. Sarazin plays it into the neutral zone and has room to skate with it. Here comes Sarazin with Rooney the only one back, and Sarazin can't catch up to the puck. Kyle Bowler is down there with 42 seconds to go. Bryce Wallace knocked off the puck by Rooney. And it's cleared. Matt Riddle will chase it with 33 seconds to go in the period. Graniker And it was nearly intercepted by Rooney. Here comes Garvey. Tried to lead Caldara. Connor Sweeney is there to cover it with 22 and 7/10 seconds to go. And BBD desperately needs to get to the end of the period here. They have given up 4 goals, and it certainly feels like they have let this game get away from them. Garvey will take the draw. Playing up front, Caldara, Merrill, 19 seconds to go in the period. Blanchard keeps the puck alive, 10 seconds in the period. McKiernan plays it around, and the second period will end with the score, JBWA 7, BBD 3.